You're listening to the Major Pod Network, the only place where your favorite toy store, bar, arcade, and arena are all on the same block. Scratch that major itch.
Welcome, everyone, to episode 26 of MC True Long Island Story. Hold on. I am your host, the internet champion and the GCW world champion. Always ready, Matt Cardona.
I'm also here, producer of the show, Smart Mark Sterling Esquire. And speaking of Paps, I got myself a nice little delivery today. 4 30 racks of PBR beers sent by PBR. I'm working out in my garage, and I look over, and there's a man just dropping 4 cases of PBR. I was like, thank you. Appreciate it. So thanks, PBR.
Last week, major PBR. I don't think we stressed this enough on tomorrow's Major Wrestling podcast. National commercial.
You know, I was wondering why you didn't elaborate.
I don't know why we didn't elaborate.
I think we just changed subject by accident.
Yeah. Guys, national commercial. Over 1 million people saw this.
Yeah. It's insane.
It was great, like, because people were hitting me up, and, like, in my head, I'm like, oh, we did this and put it up like 2 months ago, but okay, hey.
Yeah. And I saw somebody was claiming that we removed all of it from the internet. It was like,
yes, which is like absurd. And then that's why I asked you, I'm like, did you take this down from YouTube?
No,
we never had
it
on YouTube.
Yeah.
So yeah, PBR, we love, like, this is not even like a sponsorship. It's a partnership. It's a tag team. It really is.
Yep.
We both do things for each other that are not in our quote unquote contract. And we're just trying to make this as great and as fun as possible. So thank you to everybody who's been a part of it. And make sure you drink your PBR, baby.
Hell yeah. PBR. Thank you very much. All right, here we go. A little housekeeping. I have a couple of notes from last week. Frank E91210 says, Matt, every time I watch one of these videos, I'm inspired to take a quit my grind and take a chance on myself. Thank you for that. Also, Mark, you are great with Jade Cargill. Thank you very much. But yeah, that's like the thing I guess we're trying to say here. You gotta bet on yourself.
Yeah, this isn't like a Barry Horowitz pat on the back podcast. I don't need to, go down and relive the glory days, because my glory days are now, quite frankly. I mean, fuck, I'm the GCW world champ. But I want to inspire everybody, obviously, but if I can inspire just one person and have them bet on themselves and take a chance on themselves, and this whole journey is worth it. So I appreciate the feedback.
Oh yeah. 3rd star. The Jimmy Lloyd situation happened at WrestleMania. The Lloyd business stuff memes were hilarious, so that was a little clearing up of that. Jonathan Lewis, that Triple H beatdown was on YouTube, and I remember being so confused as a kid as to why Homie was beating up Zack Ryder.
Yeah, I don't know if that's this one. Like I said, it happened a couple times.
So many times, yeah, but there was at least
I wouldn't say it happened so many times. It happened a couple of times.
Right.
Maybe, I want to say 3 times.
Insane. Harry Flynn, in 2011, The Office would be getting ready for season 8. So I was saying that joke, the assistant to the general manager, not the assistant general manager.
Right.
That is a straight up Office joke. So, and then I was I don't know when The Office would be out. It's already in season 8 by 2011. So
okay,
that's old.
It's probably from there.
Old news. Yeah. That's definitely an Office joke. All right, that's all I have. Did you have any follow-up from last week?
Just one quick thing that I saw by accident. Somebody posted with all the recent WWE and NXT releases, somebody posted a video of a promo CM Punk did on Raw 10 years ago, kind of like calling out Johnny Ace for calling these people up and firing them. And he mentions Chris Masters. And he said, did you personally call up Chris Masters, someone who's been busting his ass to get better? And that's fun. Not that it's funny that he lost his job, but we were saying last week, I'm pretty sure he gets fired this week.
Yeah, you were straight on with that, 100%. A couple people reached out and said that you were right. And then we'll ask another question about that later as far as Merlina, because I think that she was released as well that same week.
Yes.
Okay. So let's go to the Broski of the week. But before we do that, let's hear a little word from our sponsors.
The Major Pod Network has a new tag team partner, Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Everybody needs some liquid courage to make their own weekly purchases. Scratch that figure itch and scratch that PBR itch.
Get your PBR beer, get your PBR hard coffee, and get your PBR stronger seltzer.
8%? If you're listening to this, you're already a major mark. Now it's time to become a major PBR mark.
Use the hashtag MajorPBR and post your pictures and videos of you major marking out.
Pabst Blue Ribbon and the Major Pod Network, the new tag team champions of the world.
Of the world!
But we're definitely not getting any new figures from Mattel.
The Broski of the week.
All right, the Broski of the week. All you got to do, it's actually kind of confusing. It's really not, but it is for some people. You need to leave us a review. iTunes, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast. 5-star review. That'd be great. Leave a review. Screenshot that review. See, I'm already confused. Screenshot that review. Go to my Twitter, @TheMattCardona. Tweet my pinned tweet, the tweet at the top. Put in that screenshot of the review and use the hashtag Broski of the week. You will get this 8x10 available on mattcardonamerch.com. You will get the Broski of the week headband available on mattcardonamerch.com. And you will also get the exclusive Broski of the week sticker, not available anywhere. So, the Broski of the week this week is, let's get it all lined up. Where is it? Oh my God, where is it? Oh no. Mark, where is it? Oh, okay, I found it. Wait, did I find it? No. Where is it, Mark? Oh no, Mark.
Our guest today, my broken animal, Hasbro. He's here to say hello.
Mark, oh, here it is. Okay, sorry. Woo.
Oh, we got it, baby. We got it.
Ooh, what a rush. All right. Mach Mandalorian. He says, I've been to know you, bro, and the Are You Serious, bro, but I've got a good feeling that I'm finally going to complete the Grand Slam and become Broski of the week. So, Mach Mandalorian, you are a Grand Slam winner of this pod. I believe first time Broski of the week.
First time, yeah. First time Grand Slam.
Every week, Matt and Mark take us back 10 years to when Matt, as Zack Ryder, inspired and influenced a generation of Broskis to step outside their comfort zones and forge their own path to success.
Including a young Mark Malibu.
That's true. While this trip down memory lane is already worth the price of admission to the pod, Matt is inspiring a new generation of wrestling fans. Oh, don't say new generation with that Mattel ring. Don't say new generation. Or reigniting the old one by literally going through the highway to hell full of light tubes to become a world champion. 5 out of 5 crowns for the Deathmatch King. Well, Mach Mandalorian, I am the Deathmatch King, and you are the Broski of the week.
Hell yeah. Congrats. He asks good questions all the time.
And guys, by the way, I am the Deathmatch King. And after I won the GCW title, which, by the way, we have vlogs on the Major Pod Network YouTube channel, like my vlog of winning the title and then the vlog of me bringing the title to Disneyland. They're both up there.
Yeah, baby.
But I wanted to release so many Deathmatch style t-shirts after the win. Like, I think I got over 10 in a week. That was the plan, to be as obnoxious as possible. And I did something where on a certain day, if you bought it, I would call you, and a lot of people did. So thank you very much. I haven't forgot about you. It's going to take time, and I'm going to get to all you guys. So thank you very much for buying the merch. And still, we just had a summer sale on Pro Wrestling Tees. So thank you to everybody who buys the merch. It's been a lot of fun creating the merch. That was always one of my hobbies. And speaking of merch, one of the old school WWE merch guys, he texted me. I'm not going to say his name.
Okay.
He listens to the show.
Okay.
He texted me this. I don't want to butcher what he said. He said, slowly catching up with the ZTLIS pod. I think he means the MC.
Yeah.
I want to do a podcast adding commentary to your commentary.
Because
He's joking, but it's great.
yeah, okay, cool.
'Cause
Well,
he
thanks
was
for listening.
in the
buddy.
merch department for all this. And he has seen, he's a witness to one time. I don't know where it comes up in the timetable. It's got to be around this time.
Yeah.
So, okay, I'm hanging out with the merch guys, whether I'm pitching ideas or what. Triple H is walking down, right? And he's got like a script or whatever rolled up, right? And I go to shake his hand and say like, hey, Hunter. And he like stabs me in the throat, goes right in the jugular and just keeps walking. Like, obviously he wasn't, he wasn't trying to really
Slit your
stab
throat.
me.
Yes. Yeah.
But he did the motion, he connected, and he said that, and he didn't shake my hand.
Very weird.
Like, how do you respond to that? That's like in the midst of all this. How do you
just go,
respond to all that? Right? What do you
Yeah.
do?
Yeah.
What do you do?
You go, that guy hates me. All right. Tweets this week. Matt Cardona will answer 5 questions for my broskies now. Now, I just thought this was interesting because I noticed you doing this first before many other celebrities. I mean, I'm sure other people did it.
It was so easy to do, especially like,
people still
gotta-
do it to this day.
yeah, like your flight's delayed or you're just sitting there waiting for your flight. I've mentioned this before. It's so easy. Listen, we can't respond to every fan. It's impossible, right? But just like responding to a question, and I'm not saying you have to like quote tweet it and make it about yourself so everybody sees it, but just like a reply to you, it takes 10, 15 seconds. It can make somebody's day, week, life. You never know.
Yeah, I've seen people that say Zack Ryder responded to it's in their bio. So yeah, for sure.
And I'm very, first of all, now I'm having a great time being the bad guy in GCW where I'm
I mean, I
trying
look
on
at
purpose.
you as the good guy. I mean,
What's
you're cleaning things up there.
Right, but I'm having a lot of fun, like being an asshole back to people on Twitter.
Yes, antagonizing the
Like
GCW faithful.
Right. But typically, I do like to respond positively more than I do negatively because I think a lot of people, and not just, and myself included, we tend to only respond to the negative things with negativity. Mm-hmm. We should respond to the positive things with positivity.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
True. That's true.
Yeah.
Matt Cardona, over 100,000 views for episode 25 of Z Trilangan Story already. So that was a week in. At August 8th, if Nick Lachey can move on, so can I.
Well, I mean, Jessica Simpson broke his heart and he moved on.
Yep. Matt Cardona, August 8th. The catering at Raw is great. Now, let me ask you this. And I
Is
don't
there a
think we
picture attached to that?
There was not.
Oh.
Here's
I
my
assume
question.
that was like Frosted Flakes.
I
Like a
brought
Frosted
this
Flakes
up
picture.
because no picture. Were you a fan of the WWE catering?
No,
Let's talk about it.
hated it.
Really? You always hated it?
It's like 1 out of 5 where it was like enjoyable.
It's the same company, but like they cook different things.
Yeah. Now listen, like, can you complain about food being there all day? Anytime you're hungry, no, I shouldn't say all day. Once the show starts, they stop, and there's still leftovers, and they got cereal, and you can make peanut butter and jelly and shit like that. But there's food all day, relatively healthy. But it's like it gets old, you know.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't know if the New York, I did extra work in Barclays all the time, and I thought the catering was great. So I never really talked to you about it. Okay, August 7th. I have more followers than at MP_Gosler. Thus, I am the cooler Zach.
Hey,
Then you said, JK, he is the man.
friend of the show and our commissioner to the Major Wrestling podcast, David C. Anderson.
Yep.
He got me this photo that I have framed in my office. It's of Mark Paul Gosselaar. It says, "To one Zach from another. All the best. Mark Paul Gosselaar, Zach Morris."
That's a great picture.
And I have this in my office. I've never met Mark Paul Gosselaar. Mark Paul. I'd love to meet him.
For you listening, it's the picture of him playing the guitar on the broom or broom guitar.
Yeah, like
It's
when,
pretty cool.
I think this is when like Screech's mom goes away. They have the party and break the Elvis statue.
Oh, right. August 6th. Okay, is this the person that was texting you? At Barry DeVillain.
No,
My
no.
broskies demand to know when my headbands will be for sale.
No,
different merch
that's
guy.
I was just busting his balls, Barry DeVillain.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, matches this week. Show goes up last week on the 4th. And August 5th, 2011, Zack Ryder defeats Drew McIntyre. House show at the Maverick Center in Salt Lake City, Utah. Pretty interesting. Drew McIntyre. He did not have a sword back then. 8-6-11, Zack Ryder defeats Drew McIntyre again. House show at Save Mart Center in Fresno, California, USA. Talk to me about Drew. Did you enjoy working him?
Love working Drew. I mentioned this a couple weeks ago. Hard hitting, right? Which I enjoy. Safe, but always wanted to, go the extra mile.
Oh.
I think on this live event, I tweak my knee and tear my PCL.
Whoa.
Because he calls a spot where I rock bottom him while we're fighting on the apron. And I rock bottom him on the apron and end up tearing my PCL.
Holy crap.
But, however, you don't need your PCL. So
Okay.
I just, started to heavily tape it, did some rehab. You don't really need it. And to this day, I have a torn PCL in my knee.
Wow, from this match.
And I remember Arn Anderson being so mad at me, you're finally getting somewhere. Be careful out there.
Don't do rock bottoms on the apron.
Right, but that's just Drew and I would always like to turn it up, and we were usually first on these live events.
Right.
So extra hot crowd.
Got it. And then 8-7-11, the WWE. So this would be a Sunday night. WWE Intercontinental Title #1 Contendership Battle Royal. Cody Rhodes defeats Alex Riley, Daniel Bryan, David Otunga, Drew McIntyre, Heath Slater, Jack Swagger, Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, Jinder Mahal, Johnny Curtis, JTG, Justin Gabriel, Michael McGillicuddy, Santino Marella, Ted DiBiase, Trent Beretta, Tyson Kidd, Wade Barrett, and Zack Ryder at the house show in the Stockton Arena in Stockton, California, USA. So this is a Utah to Fresno to Stockton loop.
I feel like that has to be a flight.
Utah to Fresno. Yeah, I don't know. I'm so bad with geography. Anyways, it
No
seems
memory
like that's
of that
everybody
royal.
on the house show.
Yeah,
So-
no, not everybody.
So maybe they would do something like that and then have that Intercontinental title match later on in the night or something like that?
Yes, and I don't know if they brought people in just for that show. I don't recall.
Got it. All right. Raw is at the HP Pavilion Center in San Jose, California. 3.1 rating. And CM Punk and John Cena have a contract signing with John Laurinaitis and Triple H in the ring for SummerSlam, which is coming up that week.
And I have nothing.
You have nothing on this Raw. And then on SmackDown, I was anxiously awaiting to see what you did as the assistant to the general manager, and there was nothing. But
Really?
Christian and Randy Orton are still feuding.
Nothing backstage, nothing?
No, your name is not in the entire write-up. So,
But
I
that
don't-
might be because I did something backstage that's not
Yeah,
important
but
enough.
the write-ups I've been reading talk about all the backstages.
That's really odd to me.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. I don't know.
All right. Here we are. Episode 25 went up on
26.
August.
25. I'm sorry.
I'm wrong. Episode 26 went up on August 12th, 2011. Here we are. You open the show normal, but then you kind of finish the open in the ring somewhere at a house show. Probably
Yeah,
against Drew
so,
McIntyre.
okay. This was very weird. Around this time, and I think we try it out at this live event. I'm going to mess up the timetable here. This came from WWE. They wanted me to try something interactive on the live events. So at one of those live events that we just discussed, I cut a promo and I say something like, and Ziggler still makes fun of me to this day because he said I said it like such a heel where I'm like, who wants to be the broski of the week? And I pick out a fan from the audience. It actually came up in my Facebook memories. We could put that picture up right now.
Okay.
I brought a fan in the ring. I wore the internet title out there. So this was like a different situation than a couple months
You were
ago.
allowed, yeah.
The office knew I was doing this. Arn Anderson was the agent. He told me about it. And then I remember talking to Stephanie McMahon about it. I want to say it was either the week before or the week after. And it was going to be something that we tried on the live events, but I don't really recall doing it that often.
Yeah.
But I, at that time, wanted to have my flip camera synced up to the Tron, but the technology then couldn't do it. Later, Tyler Breeze has it with his cell phone, you know.
Right.
But that's what I wanted. That's how I envisioned this character having that flip camera. And I do come out with the flip camera from now on, I'm pretty sure. But the footage, like, you know, I'm scanning the crowd with the flip camera. It's horrible footage. I can't really use it. So sometimes I do try to use it on live events or even TV and incorporate it into the show like I just did for my open.
Right. That's cool. I thought it was really neat and seamless. Great editing.
Yeah, thank you.
Sign of the week. Nice little red, white, and blue woo 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 sign.
Yeah. Big
O cuts the promo of his lifetime here.
It's great. I talk about how I'm not booked for SummerSlam, and the Big O is challenging Cena. He had already challenged him a couple weeks ago, dressed up as Cena and everything like that, and now he's calling him out. A lot of like funny things here. He talks about CM Punk, saying that they both have tattoos, and then he says like we both like Pepsi. But I like Pepsi with vodka.
Yeah,
that's like an inside joke for me and my friends. One of my friends, Matt Battaglia, who doesn't follow wrestling, doesn't like wrestling, probably doesn't even know about this podcast or that we did this skit 10 years ago.
Yeah.
We were in Long Beach. It was like summer, I want to say summer 2009. And I don't know if they did this where you live. Like there would be like Red Bull girls, like
Oh, yeah.
go around and like try to give you Red Bull.
Yes.
You know?
One time I was on the treadmill at a gym and I'm like dying and somebody just pops up on the next one is like, here. And I'm like, what?
Right. So we were like walking back from the beach to our car and they were there. And she says, I'm like, do you like Red Bull? He's like, yeah, I like Red Bull. With vodka. Man, Red Bull
good.
vodka. What a drink, huh?
Red Bull
That was my go-to at one point.
Dude, Red Bull with watermelon vodka. Tastes like a Jolly Rancher.
I have never had that.
Dude, it's great.
But yeah, he says he's coming for the title. Get out of my ozone, stuff like that.
Hold on. First of all, I love the line he says, Punk, you can't just leave as the champion and think that you're going to still be champion. That's like when I was at the club and this guy left his girlfriend in line, and when he came back, the girl was my girlfriend. That was great. And then I think this is the first time he says, can't stand the heat, get out of my ozone.
It might be. Big O, love him or hate him. If you follow the FWF, he screwed me at FWF1, and we can announce at FWF2 it will be Matt Cardona with Bob Cardona in my corner, taking on the Big O with Rory Fox in his corner in a Long Island street fight.
I love it.
So
now let me ask you
I'd love to
this.
get Big O on the pod before that, but the match is finally going to happen. Big O versus Matt Cardona.
What's the deal with Big O and your dad? Did they have a nice relationship back then?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They always went to shows together. They would pan to the crowd and it would be Big O
I
and
mean,
your
at
dad.
one point, it's like a legit, like, it's funny because when Brian Myers and I started the Edgeheads, our original pitch was like, we were like Edge's entourage, like the show Entourage.
Yeah.
But kind of by accident, I got my own entourage
in
real life and on this show with my dad. Like, my dad's like the Johnny Drama, you know, like Chiapetta is the turtle. And like, Big O is not like, I guess he doesn't fit the mold of E, but
well, he's like that Dominic guy from season 1.
Yeah.
So, and then also the other thing I wanted to remark, he does this that thing. It's such a weird sound. I've never heard it like replicated in life.
Like a grunt, the most muscular grunt.
Yeah, it's insane. Yeah. I feel like he's gonna blow his voice box. All right, Broski of the week. This is a great one. This guy spoofs your original thing. So he says
my spoof.
Yeah, this is the WWE. This is Zack Ryder. It's a figure of you, and it's a shirt of the WWE, just like you did it. And then he's got figures standing on the table, which we love. And he says, this is the WWE not pushing Zack Ryder. Any questions as he pushes down all the other figures other than Zack Ryder. Great little.
I would say let's play this, but we don't want WWE to flag it.
Yeah, we're still. We're
any
not
update on the other one?
Not yet. But I did get a message from. Actually, check this out.
Okay.
A former Broski of the week
Okay.
reached out to me. He said, "Hey, Mark, same thing happened to me. I uploaded. So these people would film a video. They would upload it to their own YouTube channel.
Right.
They would submit that clip to you.
Yes.
You would take it. You would put it in your show.
Right.
And then once WWE claimed all of those episodes, it flagged all the old Broski of the Weeks. So this kid who clearly uploaded this video 3 weeks before you uploaded the video with it in, that video, it was flagged and he got a copyright strike because of it.
Holy shit.
We could end up getting a copyright strike from this, which would not be great. I mean, it's not going to really do anything because we've been going 3 years without any strikes, so whatever.
Right.
But I don't know. But there's no update. But
and guys, let's be honest here. WWE is not coming after us maliciously. This is like automated. You know.
Well,
it's like
if they uphold this, then they are because somebody's making this decision.
Okay. Well, I take that back then. But like
the first one was a bot.
Okay. Like for instance, this past week there were reports on the dirt sheets that WWE had like filed for the Chelsea Green trademark.
Right.
So like Chelsea Green couldn't be Chelsea Green anywhere, which was like ridiculous.
Which is her real name.
But turned out just to be like an oversight. Like the person in the company who like was pushing this along didn't even realize she got fired.
Right. Exactly.
You know, and then of course it's on the dirt sheets. Chelsea tweets about it. I tweet about it. And then that gets enough attention. Somebody from WWE sees it. They call her up and they're like, all right, miscommunication. We're canceling the trademark.
Great. Well,
so it's just like some things they're not as malicious as we're not trying to make it seem that way. But I think sometimes we say things and people think we're like so anti WWE. We're not.
No. Well, hopefully they don't give us a strike.
Hopefully.
All right. Now this is great. This is like a legendary thing. Primo's in the mirror there. And he's saying, what do I have to do to get over? And he does like the Cena hand. He's like, not that. He does the Rock eyebrow, not that. And he says, I know. And then what's this next scene? And like, where did this idea come from? And why did he agree to do it? And what is going on?
So this idea comes from the skit that actually has been flagged. Because I want to say in one of the episodes or maybe on Superstars commentary, Scott Stanford calls Primo Optimus Primo, like Optimus Prime.
Yes.
So the guy who made that video that got flagged does like a Saturday morning cartoon and makes Optimus Primo like look like Optimus Prime, but it's Primo.
Yes.
So that gives me the idea to buy an Optimus Prime Halloween costume, cut out the mask so you can see that it's Primo.
Yep.
Have it be Optimus Primo. And I'm like, hey, I asked him like the week before, I'm like, hey, if I buy this, will you wear this? Like, because it was expensive.
Yes.
You know? He agreed. I don't think he thought I was going to buy it. I don't think he knew how ridiculous it was going to look. But I bring it to TV. Now, this is 2011. The days of the hardcore Hollies and the Undertaker JBL bullshit is over, but we're still not going to do this in the locker room.
Right.
So we go, like it's an arena. So we go to like a bathroom that's in the arena where like fans would use, but there's no fans yet.
Yep. Yeah. I know exactly what you mean.
So we're in there filming this like in secret. You know, Primo's doing me a favor, right?
Yeah. Arn
Anderson just walks in.
Come on.
Scratches his head, does something, and walks right out. Yeah. So I texted as I was watching this today. I took a picture of my computer. I texted it to Primo. I said, "It's been a decade," and he said, "The best was Double A's reaction."
That's so good.
And then I also sent this to another group chat, the self-destruction of Maradona. And someone, I'm not going to say who, someone said, wow, and now Cena is showing up to movie premieres dressed as Primo. So maybe we can put that picture in right here.
His new movie role?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I thought that was funny.
Okay. Man, Double A. Is woo-woo all right?
The best. I love Double A.
Okay. Now, Dad has to say goodbye to his girlfriend. You mentioned this, and you go to a montage of all
Very
the
well
Molina.
done. I'm going to pat myself on the back here.
Very, very good editing.
Tell me a lie and say that you won't go.
It's a montage of all the Molina clips from all the episodes. Now, You get rid of her. Did somebody make you do that? Did you think this is the smart thing to do? What's the deal?
She's released. It's time to go.
Yeah, got it.
And plus, like, there could be no payoff because I can't really use her. I mean, I guess I could, but it wouldn't be as easy.
Do you remember a lot of people like saying anything like, "Oh man, she got released in real life," and then also on Z Drawing on Story?
I'm sure some people did. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, and then you just close out. So not that many things in this episode, but that Optimus Primo, hell of a image.
I think the Optimus Primo. I think the montage. I mean, we just kind of glossed over it, but I think it's great.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So they tell me a lie, because it's one of those things where, like, if you're a wrestling fan, you know what it is, but if not, it's still great, you know.
100%.
And if you're a wrestling fan, you know what this is from. It's when Shawn like goes away temporarily. It's awesome. And
I love it.
And then for the close, again, we still don't know what's going on with the Facebook, but I do say in here that the headband's for sale, but I'm not wearing the new headband. So I'm wearing like my gear version of it. I'm not wearing the merch version of it. So I must know it's coming soon, or it must be up on the shop already. And it's funny because this past week we were at an indie show in West Virginia, and somebody said, like, we were there the first night that your headband went for sale, and I've explained this before. We weren't sure how they would sell, so we included like not 8x10, but maybe like 4x5 photos of me, and I signed them all. So I would sign like hundreds a night, and that's when I switched up my signature to make it a little easier. I stole that right from John Cena, because I'd have to sign hundreds of these every night.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting.
Because we're one of these live events at West Virginia, or that TV. No, we said California.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah, but
last week was. Maybe
last week was
it?
when you said that they went on sale. Yeah.
Oh, then that's when it was. So it's funny that 10 years later, I meet somebody at this West Virginia show.
Wow. Almost to the date.
Almost,
That's crazy. All right. Before we finish the show, let's hear a little word from our sponsors. And we're back. Are you serious, bro?
Are you serious, bro?
Are you serious, bro? All you got to do is pop me with a tweet. Use the hashtag Are You Serious, Bro? If I read it on here, I will send you the 8x10. Let's get to this. Let's see. Hopefully I have it here. Okay, here it is. At Georgie Jedi Pete. At the Matt Cardona. I went to the bar here in London, UK, and asked for a major PBR harder seltzer. All they had was these Bud Light hard ones, and I said, hashtag, Are you serious, bro? And then he said, 4% make an 8%, right? Put this nice picture of him with the those buds. We don't do those Bud Light seltzers. We do the PBR stronger seltzer. So I popped for that. So cheers, buddy.
Are you serious, bro? Okay, now. Know your bro. Ask a question on Twitter using the hashtag Know Your Bro, and Broski will send you a signed 8x10 today.
Right.
The man's name is Day, at Day Marinkovic. When did you receive merch sale reports, weekly, monthly, and what percentage were you making off of each sale?
Oh, my God. I don't want to butcher the percentage. I want to get it exact for you guys, so maybe I'll find a royalty check and I'll go through it in detail next week.
Oh, that'd be cool. Do you have like maybe something from like that time?
I think so.
That'd be really interesting.
But at least if I don't, I can find one of my old contracts that will tell you what the percentage. It's like 3%. It's like nothing.
Right.
It's
So
chump
3%
change.
of a shirt. Now, okay, here's the question.
Of like the profit of the shirt.
Right. So shirt sells for 30 back then, maybe?
25.
Okay, so 25, but the profit of this shirt is not 25. It's probably $12.
Right. So
3%. 3% of $12.
There's a lot of asterisks and fine detail. So I don't want to butcher the percentage. You get a quarterly royalty check, which to this day I still get, but like obviously it's like so minimal because now there's no DVDs. It's like, you know, like now, and like you don't get royalties off the network, believe it or not, or Peacock, which is like mind blowing to me. I don't understand how. A couple things I don't understand. If you got royalties off DVDs, and people were buying the DVDs, right?
Mm-hmm.
How do you not get royalties off the network and Peacock? Because people are buying and subscribing to that to watch the content.
I feel, I don't know. I don't
It doesn't make
understand
sense
any
to
of that. Yeah.
That's a war that I will not fight nor win.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Another thing I don't really understand, I never understood this, and this is kind of confusing, and this is inside baseball talk, but like, for instance, I don't work for WWE anymore, right? I still get a royalty check, okay? But when I did work for WWE, my royalty check went towards my downside guarantee.
Right.
I never understood that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for
It should
sure.
be extra. It should be in addition.
Yeah.
Because if Joe Schmo doesn't work for WWE and gets the money, I work for the company and I don't get the money,
Yeah.
it should be like extra of my downside. That's how I see it.
Yeah. It's
You know what I'm saying?
all very weird. Yeah.
All
I
very
agree.
weird. All very kabuki-ish.
Yes.
It is what it is. But I will say I was able, because with the merch guys, I was able to be like, well, how many shirts did I sell last night? You know, and they would tell me. So
On a typical house show, how many would you sell? 2011. 50? 100?
I would say like the 50 range.
Wow. That's pretty good.
Not at this point. Not at this point.
Okay.
Like towards the end,
Yes.
I remember like I'm in the top 3. It's me, Cena, and Punk.
Right.
End of 2011.
And would you have, is it always just one shirt or maybe multiple shirts?
No, for me, I mean, I don't think I ever had 2 shirts.
At a
Because
time.
this is when they started doing like shop exclusive shirts. But I don't even think I had 2 at this point.
Got it.
You know, I don't even think there was so for me, it was like, I say it now, crumbs make crumb cake. So probably at this point, they would bring my shirt and my headband to the venue. But by the end of 2011, bro, it's my shirt, my headband,
wig.
my headband wig, my glasses, my wristbands, if they were out then, my foam fist. So
The garden gnome?
no, the card gnome, that was like a shop exclusive thing, like
Right.
the slippers, shop exclusive.
Right.
So yeah, so there was a lot of stuff at the merch stand for Zack Ryder in 2011.
Yeah, I love that. Some episode we're going to go into detail about that. We'll have to bring on Eamon. Or Johnny Cisco. Okay, new characters debuted in this episode. None. Returning Big O, Primo, and Dad. And then this episode clocks in at 219,447, and it's 4 minutes and 40 seconds. 219,000. It's pretty low. Recent episodes have been more like 315. So I don't know. Maybe this was uploaded at a bad time, or I don't know. It was one of those things.
Well, I
that
mean,
people aren't
we don't
seeing.
know how many were viewed since 2011.
I know, but like they've all seemed to be in the same thing, and this one was considerably lower. So it's something to track. But anyway, that's it for this episode. ProWrestlingTees.com/MajorWFPod. Broski mentioned that he's got a ton of shirts on Matt Cardona. Pro Wrestling Tees, but we've got some shirts akin to this show, plus the Major Pod Network on ProWrestlingTees.com/MajorWFPod. There's a sale going on. I still have some shirts. Better Call Sterling shirt on ProWrestlingTees.com.
The sale's over, Mark.
What's that?
There's no sale right now. Sale's over.
It's over?
Yeah.
It was this weekend?
Yeah, you didn't post about it?
No. I thought it was this weekend coming up.
Are you serious, bro?
Oh. Damn it. Never mind, guys. There's no sale. All right, what else we got? Oh, I'm wearing the Major Gym shirt.
Major Gym, baby. Use the hashtag Major Fitness Challenge. Let's work out. Let's get old school Zach together, guys.
Zach Daddy.
That's all right, Zach Daddy. Patreon.com/Major WF Pod. We put this up early and ad free every week, but also we just did a bonus episode, the history of the Edgeheads, which is a cool little Q&A. Took some questions and answers. Took some questions, and we answered things about the Edgehead days. So that was fun.
Yeah.
And that's really it, right?
All right, take us out, baby.
It's getting real frustrating to say like me on Facebook. I'm just going to say it now because I think by the time this pod ends, I won't even have it synced, the two things together, but whatever.
Yeah.
Like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, all that BS. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Major Pod Network. Go back and watch all our other episodes. Oh my God. I need a drink. Bro, I'm tired, dude. We had a long weekend.
Long weekend.
We were flying all over the place, baby. Major Pod taking over the world.
It is both stressful and not stressful to fly with you guys. It is
Because we're like taking care of you. Like
It
a
is
child.
not stressful because you guys are pros and you know what to do and where to go. It is stressful because
I
you
was
just
basically your fucking Uber driver.
you
yesterday.
make fun of me the entire time because everything I ask about or everything that I do. But yes, I do appreciate you driving us around. That was very nice.
That's right.
I would have offered to drive the night, but I had to produce the pod.
That's right. No, that's fair.
Yeah.
So yeah, buy all the merch, mattcardonamerch.com. Any day now, I'm getting a WrestleMania-esque plaque of my GCW homecoming win. It will have a piece of the bloody shirt, an autograph photo. It's made by the same company who makes the WrestleMania plaques. My WWE shop buddy got me the contact. So thank you very much.
That's so cool.
There's going to be 150 of those. So I'm probably going to keep 5 or so for me. I'll probably give you what. So we'll probably end up selling like 130 or so.
That's cool,
so those will be on mattcardonamerch.com. I'll keep you posted when. And so like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter.
One quick question, actually, real quick before you finish up. What kind of stuff do you send to your dad? You don't send him everything.
No.
But would you send your dad this?
This I would send him. Typically, like, he'll ask me for something if he wants it. Or if there's something I know he wants or know he would want.
Yes.
Like, for instance, like we just had the Major Pod fucking fanny pack.
Yeah.
That's right up his alley. Okay, so the Major Gym logo, the shirt that you're wearing right now,
Yeah.
that is a spoof of my dad's old gym logo.
Oh, okay. So he's got.
So my dad's gym when I was growing up was called the Ultimate Gym. In that font, same logo. Obviously, it wasn't Mr. Wonderful LJN figure, but it might have been a picture of my dad doing a double buy.
Okay.
So I stole that logo. So of course I knew he wanted that stuff.
That's cool.
So like the Major gym bag. Of course I sent it to him. But like I'm not sending him like the FWF title.
Does he walk around the house in the Zack Ryder slippers still?
He did wear them for a long time. Like wore them out.
Out!
No. Well, I meant like wore them out.
I imagine him like at the restaurant.
I wouldn't be surprised if he wore up to like the gas station and shit like that either. He definitely had like a Zack Ryder dog tag that had like a picture of me and had it like hanging from his rearview mirror for so long that it had like severe sun damage.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I think he just got a new car recently. He still had the ZR versus DZ sticker on there.
Oh, on the car. Wow.
On the car.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, take us out. Sorry about that.
All right, guys. Like me on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter. Buy all the merch. MattCardonaMerch.com. ProSatees.com/MattCardona. Take care. Drink some PBR. And spike your hair.